The basis of superb soups, epic stews, mouth-watering gravy is always the same thing. Brilliant stock. Let's make some. Hello and welcome to English Country Life. Welcome to the kitchen in the middle of a thunderstorm in Lincolnshire. If you hear the odd clap of thunder in the background, I'm sorry. We make a lot of our own food here. We make soups, we make stews, we make roast dinners. Fiona's roast dinners are to die for, and her gravy is stunning. The basis of a lot of that stuff is really good stock. And today I'd like to share with you how we make what I consider some of the really best stock that you will ever try. And of course, the basis of great stock is great ingredients. So let's show you how we do it. Today we're going to make chicken stock. I love chicken stock. I think it's probably the most versatile of stocks. It's light but flavourful, and it's brilliant on things like French onion soup. So in our roasting dish, we have the carcasses of 3 very high welfare chickens. And I want to point out a few things to you. These carcasses have had legs, wings, breast removed, but the rest is entire. And take a look. Can you see these lines of yellow? That's chicken fat, the renowned schmaltz. It's a light, beautiful, buttery fat. And fat is flavour, and that's going into our stock. So what we're going to do is roast these 3 carcasses for hour and a half, gas mark 5, until they're cooked through. And then any large areas of meat we will take off, and we'll use those in pies and in stews and for salad. The rest will form the basis of our stock. Look at that steam escaping. Let's see what we've got. Now look at that. We will take off some meat, chicken sandwiches, etc. But most of that is going to form the basis of a delicious, wonderful stock. If you don't butcher your own birds as we do, just keep the carcasses from your roast chicken dinner. Save them up, freeze them. When you've got a number, make your own stock that way. Producing stock is actually quite a good metaphor for smallholding life. At certain times of year, we process a lot of chickens and we get a lot of carcasses. Now, actually in the old days, that would have been the time you had to make your stock. You couldn't have preserved the roasted carcasses, you made your stock there and then. These days we're lucky, so these have been frozen to a convenient day. Convenient day is today because the weather forecast is going to chuck it down with rain this afternoon. So that makes it a great day to do an indoor job. And actually, as a smallholder, you have to work with the weather, you can't fight it. So you do the indoor jobs when the weather's bad and the outdoor jobs when the weather's good. We will need some other ingredients beyond just our chicken carcasses. So let's go and get those from the garden and then we can get on. Other than the chicken, we have rosemary, thyme, bay, carrots, onions. Let's go into the shed, get a couple of other pieces, and that's all we need for great stock. Last couple of things we want. Let's take a few of these wonderful shallots, and we'll grab a couple of bulbs of garlic as well. This is worth pointing out. This is one of the stock pans that I like best. It's over 20 litres in size, about 23 litres I think. So while I'm preparing all the veg and the bones, etc., I've got this heating up the water in the background on the Calla stove. We're on Calla because we're miles from mains gas, obviously. You can actually hear that Calla stove just sort of huffing and puffing away to itself a little bit. Sorry if the microphone picks that up, but it makes much more sense to have the water heating while we're preparing the veg and the bones. For us, we like to use every part of the animals we raise. So part of the process of creating stock for us is to get the last parts of nutrition out of these roasted carcasses. One of the ways that helps is to use a large butcher's knife to actually cut up the carcasses so the water can get in and around every nook and cranny, dissolve out all the nice parts of meat, etc. that are still attached to the carcass. First things first then, those chopped up carcasses go into the hot water in the pan that we've preheated, and we bring the carcasses up to temperature. You can already see a layer of chicken fat forming on the top of the water, and that's all the flavour starting to come into our stock. While that lot heats up, we'll process our herbs and vegetables. How's that for a good looking basket of stuff? This is one of the things again. Eat what you grow what you eat. People grow herb gardens because they look pretty, but when you produce things like your own stocks and your own bread and all those types of things, roast, stuffing, sage and onion stuffing. You've seen our onions. Shall I make you sage and onion stuffing sometime from scratch? That is incredible, and we can produce it all from what we produce here. The herbs, which today we're having rosemary, we're having thyme, and we're having bay, they're just going to go in whole, no need to chop them. Onions and shallots, just to give a bit of sort of brightness and sort of almost like the acidic sparkle. Carrots for a bit of earthiness, for a bit of colour. Garlic, just for a little bit of flavour. Let's show you how we process them now. There, you can already see that developing. Now the herbs, I just put them in big chunks. There's no need with this sort of stuff to start finely chopping, etc. We're not actually going to leave those herbs in, and we can get all through and make a bouquet garni, or we could just stir in some nice big sprigs of our favourite aromatic herbs. All I do with my carrots, rinse the dirt off under the tap, roughly chopped, throw them in. Best way to deal with the shallots, top and tail them with a sharp knife, cut them vertically through the middle, peel off the brown skin to reveal that beautiful purple flesh underneath, and then just drop them into the stock like that. Best bet with an onion, similarly to the shallot, top and tail. Put a flat surface from the top or the tail on the board. Cut your onion into quarters. Then just peel off the brown skin, drop the whole quarter into your stock. To prep your garlic, take off the top and tail, lay your knife blade flat on top of the clove, hit it with your fist. The skin will just lift away in one, and the crushed flesh can go straight into the stock pot. That's all our ingredients in the pan. I'm going to top this up with boiling water from the kettle soon, then I'm going to leave it on a gentle simmer until I go to bed tonight, and I'll leave it in the pan with the heat off just to infuse overnight. The stock's cooled and infused overnight. Now what we need to do is strain it into another large vessel through a very fine sieve. Let's have a look at that. Stock looks pretty good, doesn't it? So I'm lucky enough to have a very large ladle, which I got from a catering company that was selling off equipment, and this one holds 250 ml each ladleful, so it makes this kind of job a bit easier. If you haven't got one, I'd try using a jug. What is interesting to note as we strain off the stock from the bones is that almost all the meat now has come off the bones and has infused itself into the stock liquid. Look at that! How fabulous is that? That is 11 litres of wonderful chicken stock with no more than 50 food feet on it. That's going to be brilliant for producing all the soups that I'm going to want to put together, some wonderful gravy, etc. And I'm happy to show you all of those things. But it's important that we start from the stock. Now I'm going to pressure can that, and the bubbling you can hear in the background is pans warming up to start that process. And if you want to know about pressure canning, ask me in the comments below and I'll show you that process as well. So that stock is going to go on and be the basis for lots and lots of lovely soups, gravies, etc. We're going to make French onion soup. We're going to make curried parsnip, one of my favourites. Leek and potato, spicy pumpkin, all those wonderful autumn winter favourites. And we'll do videos on a few of them. I'm going to pressure can stock now, and we'll do videos on pressure canning as well. So if you're interested in any of that, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell next to it, and you'll hear every time we post up a new video. If you've enjoyed today's, can you spare 5 seconds? Just give us a thumbs up down below. Maybe leave us a comment, that'd be even better. But whatever you do, come back and see us soon. Take care.